Welcome back to Football Manager 2024 with Rushall Olympic, Diamond in the Rough. If you were last with us, you would have seen that we managed to win 3-0 against Banbury, and after that we went on a run to win 3 straight games, 1-0, all against teams that we probably should have won more than just that against. But so far, in terms of finances, we are doing pretty good. Around 15 million in the hole, but it is looking like we are starting to get into the positive, especially with the game coming up with Carlisle United. Should probably get a decent amount of bump there. We aren't expected to win it. I highly doubt that we will, but we are working very well within the payroll budget and currently in second place in the league, which is shocking. I thought that we were going to be lucky enough to get the last spot of the playoffs, but it doesn't look like any of the other teams are actually doing too well. I mean, we are currently 9-3-3, which I would never expect to be second place. Our goals for is terrible, but our goals against is very good. Currently, we have the best goals against, and then goals for we probably have one of the worst. We have bottom 5 in terms of that as well. Let's take a look at the XG though. XG table wise, our XG is towards the bottom, so we should really be fighting for relegation here for XG goals for and against. I mean, we're around the middle, so it's not too bad. I would say that we are doing pretty decent in terms of that, in terms of the XG, and then I guess XG points or whatever. We should be more of a mid-table team, but we do owe a lot of the thanks to Callum Rowe, who's been very, very dominant as recently, and even Callum Coyle as well. So both Callums doing very good for us. So let's see the team that we have selected for our Carlisle United game. So this is the squad we picked for our Carlisle game. We have Hanbury in goal, Hudson, Brown, Benson, and Green as our D. Rowe, Mayer, and Mantum we're going to have as our mid there. We're going to have Makuna and Manafa. I feel as though that duo is pretty dominant. And then we have Waldron that's going to start up top. Hopefully we can do something with that. I think Safuya I might take off and put Louis here just for that extra opportunity at striker. Worst comes to worst, we can put Mayer up front if nothing ends up happening. But it feels like we should kind of go a little bit more defensive with this. We have had 5 straight wins, and we're facing off against Carlisle that has 1 draw and 3 losses. So I'm very curious to see where they are. They're currently at the bottom of League One, so we'd be happy with just not getting embarrassed in a game like this. But there is the remote chance that we could win, and I mean, I'm really hoping that today is the day that does happen, because ultimately they're just a glorified League One team. They're probably more of a League Two team this year, but we're like several leagues behind, and I don't know. Maybe this is the time that they end up playing their backups against us. Waldron trying from very far away. I wouldn't expect at this level for him to be able to do anything like that. But we do get the first shot, just not the first shot on target. And looks like Carlisle's going to start having their way with us there. Offside, so we get lucky there. I'm surprised that it was offside. It seemed like it's from pretty far away. But this is where we need our team to step up a little bit more than the ability would suggest that we have. Maybe just heart is worth a bit more. Oh my god, Hudson should have passed that right through. And we should have just one-timed it instead of him shooting from that far. So far, I mean, XG-wise, they're ahead of us. Possession, they're particularly dominating. 60-40 is not a good mix there, and they have what it looks like is the next highlight on us here. And 20 minutes in, we're still in this, so that's the best that we could hope for. And now we have the counter here. I've had that called on a penalty several times before. I don't know why they wouldn't call it now. The consistency of this game is a bit off because we've had some hard challenges that have immediately been called penalty and cost us games. So when I end up seeing it on the opposite end, the exact same kind of play, it's kind of annoying to see. But so far, I mean, shocking that we're still in this. And Rowe, oh my god, that was beautiful. That was huge. Mayer ends up rocking it off the crossbar, and Rowe immediately there to finish it. Hawley can't get it, or Holy can't get it. Looks like he has an accent on his Y, so I don't know what nationality that guy is. But so far, 1-0. We are actually in the lead right now. Wow. Now we just got to hold on. I think the decision to put Rowe as defensive mid was probably the best decision that I could have done, and even having Mayer not not start striker is probably the next best thing. And it looks like we want more. Let's go 2 up. Benson, I don't know what he was doing there, but looks like it's a decent game so far. 1-0, and we just need to go in the half up that 1 goal. The team talk will be a lot better if we're up 1. And it just looks like we're just going for the clearance here. And oh my god, can they make a mistake? This is a weird place to have a highlight. Oh no, okay. And then it's back. So there's nothing that's happened for that highlight. This is a very weird one, or a very long one, mind you. Manafa almost putting one in, proving that the reason we end up putting him in is that he plays well in FA Cup games, or just cup games in general. Has so far proven to be a good decision. XG wise, we are doubling them. This this is exciting. So 1-0 at half. No subs yet. We're gonna hold off on subs as long as possible. I want to keep this team, the team that's put us ahead, together for as long as possible. I don't even know who I would take off right now. Maybe Green, just based on age, and we need him for other games. But this is probably the most important game that we could possibly play over the course of this season, just by individual games, not by the merit of the games. But if we end up getting up like ahead in this game, and we end up now drawing against a better team, we have a chance at making a pretty sizable amount of money, and that's just huge for this team. Brown almost putting one in as well. We're around 57 minutes. Mantum looks like the guy that we might end up having to take off. Makuna I don't want to, but feels like we have a decent, and they come back. Oof. Is it offside? It's offside. Oh my god. 65th minute. Yeah, we're gonna sub it quicker. Now Mantum we're gonna take off. Let's put Gosling there, and let's take off Makuna for Coyle here. Those are gonna be our 2 first subs. We'll probably take off Green after for Kushienza. Kushienza's been pretty good for us as well. We'll probably do that that sub a little bit later. I don't want to do too much at once. But Manafa being our right winger has been a good decision. Even though he is only 6.6, his speed is something that that can cause problems there. And this looks like it's going to be their highlight. Oh my god, that's a good run. And they end up burying it. We're not going to get the disallowed goal here. That was I knew that was a goal as soon as I saw the flick. Defensively just being caught out there. Hudson being taken off for Origi. Yeah, that was bad. Brown just letting him through, but Brown's a little bit older, so now we just got to hold on until till full time. But it looks like they're putting on the hurts now, and we just got to be a little bit more conservative with it. Oh my God, Hanbury with the stop there. It was almost a top corner shot. Brown then knocking him out. And they get the chance there. We're going to make probably our last sub here. I think Green's going to have to be it. I know we have 2 more subs, so Green's going to be one of them. And let's take off Danny Waldron. Let's put in Louis Evans. Let's see if we're right on this one. If Louis Evans ends up scoring, I will eat my hat right now. Let's take a look at... let's do advance forward here. Swap him there. See if that ends up doing anything. But so far, XG, yeah, they're now ahead of us, but everything else looks pretty even. So we have everything to be proud of here. If we end up losing this game, it is what it is. But doing everything we can to at least stay competitive. 89th minute, 5 minutes of extra time. I think this is going to go to extra time. I don't think it goes straight to pens. And it looks like it's the very end here. Brown clear to Mayer. And we just got to keep possession here. And that's full time. Does it mean extra time, or is there going to be another game that we end up having to play here? We're satisfied with the result. It looks like we're going to play another game later. And wow, I can't believe we managed to tie that game. But yeah, we were ahead for the longest time, so this is, I wonder when the next game is going to be played between the two of us. And first round surprises. Okay, so there are other surprises as well. Apparently they didn't want us to start Mantum there. And let's see the draw here. Ian Sutton looks pretty good. So we'll see the draw that they have for us here. So we'll play FC Halifax if we can manage to win the next game. But it looks like it's going to be in Carlisle, so we will be lucky if we can end up getting that win there. So we'll play our next game here. I think it's going to be another cup game. So we'll end up playing that and see how well we do there. So after a 1-1 draw against Carlisle United, we then ended up playing them away and managed to win 2-1. Alex Higgins scoring at the very, very end to put us ahead. It was a very competitive match, but with those two games did include a decent amount to our finances. We will show you that in a second. But then we ended up going on to beat Scunthorpe 1-0. We scored in the 4th minute. Ronan Mayer, a player that we're definitely going to miss later on. And then Jonas Makuna ended up tying it 1-1. We ended up going at home. We only had around 500 people show at that game. But if you look at our finances, 76,000. That is a huge difference than what we were doing before. We owe it all to that game. Just from the gate receipts, as you can see, 69,000 in gate receipts there, which is, I mean, if we keep doing what we're doing with that, it's going to add up very quickly in terms of the amount of money that we end up getting and the amount of money that we'll be able to spend in the future. What we're able to do with it is going to be huge moving forward. We're able to, staff salaries, I think we didn't end up paying anything from that. I'm trying to find, it might go under other then. Taxes are still pretty decent in terms of that. Loyalty bonuses we didn't have to pay. Oh, non-soccer costs is around 1,000. I don't know if that has anything to do with any of that, but I do know that every home game we make around $6,000 just by ticket sales, because I think it's average around $12 per, and we get around 500 people. So, I mean, we are a profitable team, so we just got to move forward with that. But we'll end up going towards our next cup game here that we have. I think it's the FA Trophy against, what is it? Kettering Town. Let's take a look at what it is. It is the second round of this trophy. Financially, we will get around 3.8 for this round. I think the third qualifying round we will get 2.5. No, that can't be right. I think we screwed that up. Oh, we're in the second round. Okay. So in the second round here, yeah, you get 3.8. And if we end up managing to qualify, we'll get 4.5 if we win. And then it will be 5.5. I think the final is around 60K to win it, around 30K just to be there. So if we can even make it even to the semis, 5K is still pretty good. And then the ticket sales should definitely help with that. So let's take a look at the club, or the players that we have for our upcoming match. But before that, unfortunately, we are losing Manafa. He is going to a Portuguese team called Floorgrade. And then we are losing Salvador Marino to an Italian team. He is Italian as well. It is unfortunate that we're losing him. He did have potential to play for us eventually, but yeah, he is going to be leaving with for us, and that's the unfortunate reality of non-league football. We are going to lose a lot of our players as well, and transfer out. I think we end up losing Bailey as well, and then we lost Louis Evans very recently, and Billy Osborne as well. So we're losing a bunch of our players. We are bringing in some, but we did bring in O'Brady as a loan. He looks pretty decent. He's going to slot in one of our top mids there. And then we end up getting in Marcus as well. But he needs a work permit, so he probably won't even be able to play for us. So it does kind of suck in terms of that. That was a mistake on my part as well. I'm still getting used to a lot of these things. We did bring in Sam Coughlin as well, who should be able to be an eventual decent midfielder, and Dixon as well. And then Reese Nicholas Davies as well. We did do a lot of adjustments. I think just knowing that we're going to lose Mayer, we end up making those decisions. Unfortunately, Manafa's going to probably go in there for him. We do want to take a closer look at Aaron Ben. So we should probably put him in there. We'll put him in for Green there. And Weber, I think, is the youngster. Weber, we're going to want to take a closer look eventually, though. His speed is pretty decent, and it's something that we're going to want to focus on a little bit more moving forward. Is there anyone that can go? I think City is the other guy, but we'll put in for Orgy. Everyone's kind of tired now, so I think even Mayer we might want to put in Ben first, actually. Ben can be attacking forward here. You know, I do like the idea of Poacher. We'll do advance forward there and kind of see how well we do in this cup game here against Kettering. We are a league above them, and I'm just really hoping that we can keep the winning streak going. We do have 2 draws and 3 wins there, but both those draws were one of those draws was against Carlisle, the other one coming recent. They have had 3 wins, 1 loss, and a tie. Looking roughly around the same. I think they're going more of a defensive route with this one, but it will be very interesting to see if they end up causing us any struggle. I really hope they don't, because I mean, financially we definitely want to take this running, but I'm going to be curious to see how many people actually showed up for this game and how invested they are in cup games. We didn't sell it of our other game, which is kind of shocking. We only had around 2,000, so we're still not selling out fully in terms of cup games, but definitely hoping that maybe we end up getting stuck with an away match against a good team, and we can get some of that money there. But we definitely benefited huge from the one game, getting around 60,000. Well, I guess that was both, but around 60,000. Ben getting the opportunity, and oh my God, missing. That was close. He could have been an instant starter for us for when Mayer leaves, but his first opportunity there left a little bit to be desired. But he is getting a decent amount of opportunity, but we are facing against a lower league team as well, so it should be he almost puts one in again. So very interesting. He is doing a lot better than what I would have expected initially. We are leading in XG, so it is just waiting for the goals to come. So as long as we don't concede first and they park their bus on us, and we concede immediately after I said that, not a good start, guys. They didn't really have anything for us, and then we ended up conceding there. So hopefully we can do something with this possession here. But it looks like Mayer is going to have to be our hero, probably at halftime. And Mantum not playing as well as I would have hoped there. And just the passes. The passes have been very lackluster there. But Ben having the opportunity. Oh my God, Aaron Ben leveling it at 26 minutes in. That was a very good... that was like a poacher. I didn't even put him as poacher. But he read that beautifully and then ran around the keeper only to slot it down. That is massive. 1-1, and it looks like we're going to put the pressure on them now. Ben, oh my God, Ben looks like he is going to be a future star of this club. I'm not as worried for the loss of Mayer if we have Ben here. Taking the risk on Ben and immediately it paying off, I couldn't be happier. If he ends up getting a hat trick, I am going to be just beside myself. I hate highlights coming from the back, but I mean I kind of trust our team against Kettering. Oh my God, he's going to finish it. And that is a hat trick. Ben puts in another one. Holy hell, this guy's going to start for us for sure. I'm glad that I ended up poaching him from our under 18, and immediately as I see this, oh my God, he's just leaps and bounds above what I could expected. We found our striker, it looks like. Wow, that is unbelievable. And we're up 3-1. I can't believe that I would say that. I thought it was going to be just like a 1-0 game, but yeah, surprisingly we have a lot of firepower, and I'm hoping they just keep finding him. If he can get like 5 goals at the end of this, I would be ecstatic. But we're going to keep him in as long as possible. I want to see how well he does with other support with him. But Mayer's probably going to come in for mid probably, if we end up bringing him in actually. We might hold off and give our other guys an opportunity to kind of show for us. And we immediately concede after I said that. I gotta stop talking about what we're gonna do because we just look terrible there. Day looking like he is having a day against us, and slotting it down just underneath Hanbury. Not really much of a chance. One on O, so not much Hanbury could really do with that. They're currently leading possession too, and XG as well. So despite me being very happy with Ben, we haven't done as well as what we could have. But it definitely looks like Mayer is going to have to come in for sure. Yeah, we might want to put in Mayer sooner rather than later. But we'll take kind of a closer look at who's starting to wear a little bit. It does look like Rowe might be the one that ends up having to sit off. Mantum might have to take his spot there in the defensive midfield. But I do kind of want to wait for them to make their adjustments first. And I don't think that they will, so or they already have maybe actually. Okay, so Makuna's going to come off. We're going to put Manafa on. Mayer's going to come on for, let's go O'Brien actually. Then Coyle, okay, I guess Coyle could have come on for him. Gosling's going to come in. Let's put in Mantum for Rowe, put in Gosling there, and then we're going to put on Coyle for that. Unfortunately, only getting the 3 subs is, you know what? Actually, let's undo the last one. Let's put in Suya. Kind of see what he has going for us. Just in terms of future, I wouldn't mind Suya developing because we do have him originally for left back is what I got him for, but he is attacking left mid as well. But so far, not much highlights in terms of the second half. And it looks like they just made their first substitution. And oh my God! And immediately they make us pay, but it's disallowed. We got lucky there. It didn't look like it was offside. Oh wait, massively offside. Okay, so it wasn't that bad on our team. So yeah, I'm not too upset about that. But so far, 3-2. Looks like we're just going to kind of coast on this game. Gosling's exhausted as well. You know what? We're going to switch to a balanced approach to this. And it looks like they're taking out their goal scorer, so there shouldn't be anything to be worried about here. But it's 3-2. Probably should have been 3-0. And Ben has been amazing for us. If he can put one more in, I would be even more happy. But it's closing in on the end. And it looks like How do they have an extra sub? Could I have made another one? Looks like they've made several subs there. Can Coil come on? No. So I don't understand. I thought I saw them do multiple subs there. And the ball going out, it looks like that should be it for us. And we managed to come away with 3-2. I'm going to take a look at two things after this. Let's go individual-wise. Ben, you were excellent. We'll take a look at his stats, though, because I wasn't even familiar with that. And let's look also in terms of the finances for that. Let's take a look at the, let's take a look, oh, around 500, so a little bit less than what we would have expected, but the prize money that comes with it is going to help a little bit. Yeah, debuts with a hat trick. That is insane. And finances, yeah, we're around 80 currently because of that. Making almost 100K just based on gate receipts, which is even more massive. But let's take a look at Ben, though. Yeah, he has very good dribbling, good finishing, and good first touch. Yeah, he's definitely starting for us in the near future. I think we might even start him as of now and maybe drop down Mayer to midfield. But we'll play a couple more games here. We'll probably come back for the Halifax game. Come back for the Halifax game and then maybe the next FA Trophy as well. Since we're doing decent in the league, it doesn't really make sense to kind of show those ones because we might as well show us making the money, which is kind of the point of this whole save, is to get all the diamonds that we can and roughing it out, I guess. But thanks everyone for watching, and until next time.